And we are live. Welcome back to Takes by Fans. You know, the daily sports talk show where we talk sports and what people are saying. What are the fans saying? We dive into it. So, without further ado, we're going to be doing the same thing that we do today, talking sports. We've got some decent topics today. We got going to be talking the Brooklyn Nets. A lot of people do not want to go to Orlando. We're going to break that down. We got J.R. Smith returning, teaming up with LeBron, and we all know how that ended the last time, right? We'll get into that. And then to close, we are going to be talking about the Colts, the 2020 season. We're going to be talking Phillip Rivers joining them. Does he still have anything in the tank? So, without further ado, let's get into it. As always, follow Takes by Fans on Twitter. Be a part of the conversation. So, here we go. The Brooklyn Nets. We've got some people not coming to Orlando Disney World to play in the resumption of the season. We got Kyrie, which is a big name. He's been outspoken about it. He's not going. We got Kevin Durant. I mean, you can't blame Kevin Durant for not going. I mean, basically coming off an injury. I think he's kind of cleared to play right now. But, I mean, why come in right now? Tail end of the season. Season's lost anyway. Just take this entire off season, the finish of the season, get healthy for 2020. We got Wilson Chandler, Nick Claxton, and DeAndre Jordan, half of Lob City, all not going to Orlando. Most of these people don't want to get the corona. Kyrie wants to make change. Can't blame anybody for their beliefs and what they want to do. If Kyrie wants to make change, doesn't want to play basketball, can't blame him, right? Everybody's got their reasons. Everybody's reasons are valid because that's what they believe. We will not be dragging anybody who does not want to play in Orlando for any reason. You understand? You understand? That's not what we do on Takes by Fans. We do not tear people down. We build people up. So, for all these players that are not going to be going to Orlando, I respect the decision. And we wish to see everybody healthy for the full 2020 season. So, is this going to affect them? Well, they got the 7th seed. We kind of broke this down yesterday. Washington, I mean, they're 6 games out. There's only 8 games to be played. So the Nets are pretty much going to make the playoffs. But I mean, even if all these, if DeAndre Jordan, Wilson Chandler, and Nick Claxton were all playing, they're getting bounced first round anyway. If Kyrie was joining, they're not getting swept. They're gonna lose 4-1 in the round. If Kevin Durant and Kyrie and everybody was playing, then they make a series. Then they make a probably 4-3 loss, possible win. But it's a tough matchup first round, and with the players, this is their depth chart, y'all. We got Spencer Dinwiddie. I believe he is out. I believe he is also not going. So, I mean, this is what we got, y'all. We got Chris Chiozza, who's a rookie. Chris Levert, Joe Harris, Teron Prince, and Jared Allen. Does this sound like a team that can win a playoff game? Because it doesn't to me. And the stats would agree. Now this is going to be the starting lineup potentially in Orlando. Here we go. Chris Chiozza. I mean, look at this. 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. He's averaging 4, 2, and 2. He's going to need to step up big time. Then we got Chris Levert, 17 points, respectable. 4 and 4. That's respectable numbers for 29 minutes a night. Then we got Joe Harris, 14 points, 4 rebounds, 2 assists. I mean, kind of a vet. He's going to have to step up, definitely, if they want to have any chance of winning. Teron Prince, 12, 6, 2 on 29 minutes. I mean, yeah, average. A little below average coming off the bench. 10. Oh, here we go. Jared Allen. He's going to have to be the big force, which I believe he can do. Jared Allen's pretty decent. He can start. He started last year when DeAndre Jordan wasn't there. Averaging 10 and 10. I mean, respectable. Respectable for coming off the bench, 25 minutes. I believe Jared Allen is going to get it done. He can get it done. Him and Joe Harris are going to have to be big factors, big vet, big leaders if they want to have any chance of winning any game at all. Any one of the 8 regular seeding games or any game against the Bucks or Raptors, wherever they fall. So it's a big hill to climb. If you're a Nets fan, I would not get your hopes up at all. I would go in having negative expectations because it's not going to look pretty, I'll tell you that. Tough schedule, even tougher first round opponent. And yeah, so moving on, J.R. Smith, he's back. And he's back with the King, LeBron, GOAT James, the Lakers. I mean, the Lakers. This is how you know they're desperate, right? Because they had a chance to sign J.R. Smith in the regular season when it was still being played. But they passed on him. They passed on him for Dion Waiters. Dion Waiters. They passed on J.R. Smith. So they already didn't want him when they had a chance to get him. But now they are desperate because Avery Bradley stabbed LeBron in the back. He says, I'm not playing. I'm not coming. I'm not coming, Bron. And Bron's like, yo, bruh, please, I need you. This is my legacy. Please do not screw me big. But Avery Bradley, unfortunately, he will not be going to Orlando. So what is J.R. Smith going to have to do? What is he going to have to do? This is what he's got to do. He's got to make up 8 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist a game. Now, can J.R. Smith do that? Yes. But Avery Bradley doesn't make the mistakes J.R. Smith does. So J.R. Smith's mistakes, is it going to outweigh the stats? That's going to be yet to be determined. But this is what J.R. Smith is doing. Last time he played with LeBron, 2018, in Cleveland. 8 points, which is what Avery Bradley is doing currently. Total rebounds, 3 and 1. 3 and 2 will round him up, give him the benefit of the doubt. So, I mean, yeah, you can substitute J.R. Smith with Avery Bradley with J.R. Smith. The stats pretty much the same. Nothing too different. J.R. Smith also hasn't played since November 2018. He only played 11 games, or 4 games starting with Cleveland in 2019 and 2019 season. And they got rid of him. So he hasn't played in a very long time. And now he's going to try and mesh with other players that haven't played in a couple months. So that's going to be interesting, right? J.R. Smith. Now let's look back at where the relationship between J.R. Smith and the King fell apart, shall we? This is it. LeBron put a 51. J.R. Smith lost him the game on not knowing game awareness, situational awareness, clock management. All those issues came through at the end of the game. at the end of the finals. We're not talking about a regular season game, right? We're talking finals against Golden State, where you just won the title the previous year. So let's roll the tape as we do here on Takes by Fans, and unfortunately relive the horror that J.R. Smith has sent the basketball community in. Here we go. Rolling the tape. I mean, just right off the first highlight is J.R. Smith going for a steal and slipping. This is what LeBron has been dealing with. Almost took out Clay, but Clay ended up returning this game, so nothing too serious there. But the Cavs were rolling. I mean, J.R. Smith gets the rebound, good dish out. I mean, that's the play that J.R. Smith can get you. He's a hustler. He hustles. But unfortunately, sometimes the mental side of the game gets away from him a tad. I mean, LeBron just bullying his way. He had 51 this game, y'all. 51. 51. 5-1. Finals game. Game 1 against arguably one of the best teams in the league. They're up 44-40. Steph Curry gets a little easy lay there. Defense starts to break down a little bit. Golden State starts to come back. Tristan Thompson looking a little pathetic there. J.R. Smith, that's who we're highlighting today. Here he is. Just unnecessary bump. What is this? Steph Curry gets rid of the ball, so he goes to him. Little mental error there. End of the second half, or end of the first half. I mean, once again, ill-advised by J.R. Smith. What is he doing? Just keep everything in front of you. Don't let one of the best three-point shooters ever to play the game get in front of you. What does he do? Ill-advised steal attempt. Curry drains this long-distance three as he does and ties up the game. Cleveland's got no momentum. Any momentum that they had in the first half is gone now because single-handedly J.R. Smith, Steph Curry says, that's 3 points, baby. I tie games. Big shot, Curry. Second half, JaVale McGee, dunk. Steph Curry runs the floor. Easy lay, easy lob. They're starting to roll. Cleveland trying to get back into it. LeBron says, I hit threes too. I tie games too. Once again, LeBron says, I can pull up too. This is LeBron, y'all, just pulling up from deep. Come on. Come on. Down 5. Down 7. Going into the fourth. James is like, man, what more do I got to do? What more do I got to do to carry these scrubs? But they come back. LeBron throws it down. Trying to come back. They bring it within one. Big shot. James, can he do it? Yes, he can. The scoop. The scoop layup. They tie the game. J.R. Smith, decent defense on KD. Makes the good pass. They score 3. LeBron again. Down in the lane. Brings it within one. Toys with Curry. It's LeBron on Curry. Come on. And 1. Big time James over Kevin Looney. He said, this is what you bringing in the paint, Kevin Looney? LeBron. Too strong. They're up to KD, ice cold. Literally ice cold. Charge, LeBron, perfect. It's a bang-bang call. I agree with it. So they're up to... That's close, y'all. That's close. I don't know if you even... I don't think you call that. Oh, they call it block... Or, what'd they call it? They call blocking? Yeah, they must have. They called blocking. Durant hits the free throws. LeBron, down the lane again. Clutch. Scores. They're up 2. Here comes Curry. J.R. Smith on Curry. Curry blows right by him. ties the game. Down 1. They get a foul. George Hill, come on, be clutch, sir. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. Whenever there's a LeBron argument on whether he's the GOAT or not, just watch that play. Watch that play. George Hill has a chance. Free throw away from going up 1 point with 4 seconds left in the NBA Finals. And what does he do? He beefs it. He beefed it, y'all. Look at that. Beef. But J.R. Smith to the rescue, right? Look at this man. This man thought he had the lead. Gets it in the paint. Grabs the rebound. Just put it up. The man runs out the clock. LeBron cannot believe what he's seeing. And we go to overtime. And they go to overtime. After LeBron single-handedly carrying this dumpster to a potential or tie game with 4 seconds left. Potential 1 point lead if George Hill can make the free throw. And then J.R. Smith just beefs it even harder. Unbelievable. LeBron can't even believe it. This is exactly when the relationship is split. LeBron said, I don't want to see you anymore. I do not want to be a part of you anymore. When I go to LA, you're not coming with me unless I'm very desperate, and then I will have no other choice. LeBron can't even look at him. Just straight unbelievable. J.R. Smith runs out the clock when it's a tie game. This man said, what? Oh, I thought we were up. Oh, we weren't up? We weren't up? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Then, you can only hold off the best team in the league for so long, right? Clay's hits, Curry still gets it, still passes it. Draymond, Money, Green, he can hit threes too. I mean, things just roll out of control from there. Game over. Game one, a momentum-setting game that Cleveland could have clinched, could have changed the whole series. But after that, LeBron was like, I can't do any more. The season's lost. The series is lost. And then they go on to get swept. So that's J.R. Smith, y'all, in a nutshell. And so it's going to be very interesting to see him interact with LeBron on the Lakers. Can he redeem himself? Can he take this broken season? Can J.R. Smith help LeBron cement his legacy with another ring? If he wins them if the Lakers win a ring this season and J.R. Smith even helps a smidge, I would say that he has redeemed himself. This was a tough series to win, regardless if they win this game 1 or not. Arguably one of the best teams to ever play, the Warriors. So it would have been a tough series anyway. So if J.R. Smith can come in, put up solid numbers, get LeBron a ring, I think it will definitely help to mend this relationship that he has hurt during the 2018 finals. So moving on to, we're going to be talking about Phillip Rivers and the 2020 Colts. Phillip Rivers finally out of San Diego, LA, no longer a Charger, where he spent his entire career. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so let's take a look at what he did last season with the Chargers. Here we go. Oh, this is his game log. Here we go. Here's his stats. We're good. Back on track. Here we go. 2019 season. They went 5-11. Yikes. Is that his worst record? We went 4-12, played all 16 games. Went 5-11, played all 16 games. So at the tail end of his career here, he has known the bad season. His second 5-11 season, not good. 66 completion percentage, great. That's a great number. 4,600 yards, that's a great number. Wow. It's his second highest year, third highest year. That's pretty good. 23 tugs, 20 picks. Jesus. No wonder why they went 5-11, right? You cannot be doing 23-20. That is unacceptable. Unacceptable. Does he have a history of 1-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio? Let's see. 22-9. That's good. 21-15. Not that good. 34-11. That's great. That's what you want to put up every year. 28-9. Once again, great. 30-13. Great. 27-20. No. 26-15. 32-11. Perfect. 31-18. 29-13. That's pretty good. 33-21. Not good. You do not want, if you're going to put up double-digit interceptions, you do not want the first digit to be a 2. I'll tell you that. 28-10. Great. 32-12. Great. 23-20. Yikes. Career basic 2-to-1, which is, it's good, I guess. It's good. It's not great. It's not great like 66% completion or 4,600 yards. Great, but it's good. Let's take a look at his playoff history. 11 playoff games total. No big game appearance. Spotty playoffs. First time, 1 game, 1 out, exit. 2007 got to the AFC Championship game. Ended up losing to who else? New England. What do you do in this game? No touchdowns, 2 picks, 51% completion percentage. Yikes. Big games. He cannot come in clutch. 2008, got back to the playoffs, faced Pittsburgh. What do you do there? 60% completion, 300 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. I mean, those are pretty good numbers, but they gave up 35. So, unfortunately, they lost to the Steelers. 2009, this is back-to-back playoff appearances, but they lose against the Jets. This was that good Jets defense held by Rex Ryan. And can we look at the box score of this? This was Mark Sanchez now. Yep, pathetic offense, Mark Sanchez, but just a fantastic defense. Phillip Rivers, 27-40, 300 yards, a touchdown and 2 picks. Could not beat Mark Sanchez, y'all. What did Mark Sanchez do? 100 yards, pick, and a touchdown. About 50%. They couldn't beat that. They could not beat that. Phillip Rivers cannot overcome a Mark Sanchez-led team. The only thing the Jets had going for them all season was their defense, and it was able to hold Phillip Rivers to 14 points. Understandable, I would say. I would give Phillip Rivers a pass for not winning that game. But to be outdone by Mark Sanchez is not a good look. Then they took a couple of years off from 2009 to 2013, got back, ended up beating Cincinnati, which is a gimme. Then they go to Denver, cannot win, 66% completion percentage, 200 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks. Good numbers, just did not translate to the win. Goes back in 2018, faces Baltimore and wins. Look at this, 68% completion percentage, 160 yards, no touchdowns, no picks. So didn't really do anything there to win. He put up good completion percentage, but they didn't really need him. Then they go to New England, who has been Phillip Rivers' kryptonite. Once again, New England just slaughtered. This was an absolute slaughter. I know this says 41-28, but if you look at this game, y'all, it was over in the first half. Look at this. Look at this. 35-7 going into half. Game over. Done. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. What did Phillip Rivers do? Phillip Rivers, 330 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. I mean, all these are coming from the second half when the defense is not pressing at all. There's no reason to let anybody get behind you. Let them march down the field, take time down. We're up 35-7. We've got a little cushion. We don't need to panic. No reason to press defense. Everybody take a step back. Step back. Belichick knows how to coach with a 35-7 lead, y'all. He's not going to let Phillip Rivers engineer a comeback. Tom Brady, 34-44. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. 343 yards, a touchdown, no picks. That's what Brady does. No picks in the playoffs. So that's Phillip Rivers' playoff history. Decent performances, but cannot come in clutch in the big games. That's the knock on Phillip Rivers. A very good regular season stats. Just awful playoff games. Cannot beat New England. Cannot beat Mark Sanchez. 'Tis unfortunate for Phillip Rivers. But is he still viable? Is he still a starting quarterback in the league? The Colts say yes, we'll take him. Goes to the Colts this season. Now that Andrew Luck has said, yeah, I'm done. I'm out, y'all. It's been fun. I could have been great, but I'm just done. So they get Phillip Rivers. Let's see what Phillip Rivers did last season. We broke down the stats. Quick recap. 66% completion percentage, 4,600 yards, 23 touchdowns, 20 picks. 20 picks. Looking like Jameis Winston going 1-for-1. Touchdown to interception ratio. So let's roll the tape here. What did he do? First 5 games, I think, Melvin Gordon was in a contract holdout, so they had to roll with Austin Eckler, who was kind of balling. Little easy dump off to Austin Eckler there. Gets a tug. Facing his future team here. Gets a touchdown. That was a pretty good pass. Receiver had position on the defense. Right on the money. That's a good pass. That's accurate. About 35 yards. That accuracy was there. Design, screen, dump off. That's all Austin Eckler. Oh my goodness. Melvin Gordon was sweating in that contract holdout. He's like, man, Austin Eckler is doing what? Yeah, Austin Eckler can do that. Great throw right over the corner. Austin Eckler. That's a running back, y'all. Boom, toe tap, sideline. Great throw, great catch. Keenan Allen, he does that. Decent throw, a little overthrown. Receiver a little hesitant there. He knows the safety is coming over. But, a fantastic catch by the receiver there. Just lays it all on the line. Perfect. And before we go any further with the footage, I do want to break down their schedule. They did go 5-11. But did they have a hard schedule? Let's see. 2019, if I can get it. 2019, if I can get it. There we go. Okay. So who'd they beat? They beat Indy week 1. Yeah, it's a give me. You got no Andrew Luck. Jacoby Brissett is decent, Is he a starter in the league? I don't think so. He's a great backup. I'll give him that. But I don't know if he can start and, make the playoffs consistently. But definitely a great backup quarterback. Lose to Detroit, lose to Houston. Detroit, they should have won. I mean, no touchdowns in a pick by Phillip. Lose to Houston, I mean, that's kind of expected. Beat Miami, that's expected. Lose to Denver, Pitt, Tennessee. 3 winnable games there that they lost all 3. Then they go and beat Chicago. They beat Green Bay. That's a good win. What do you do? 75% completion percentage. Woof. 294 yards. Woof. No touchdowns, no picks. Kind of non-factor, but he was able to distribute the ball and let Melvin Gordon was back there, so I'm sure Melvin Gordon had a decent game. Then they go to Oakland, Kansas City, Denver again, another 3-game loss. They beat Jacksonville. Thank God they beat them because that would have been looking bad. Then they close out the season, 3 straight losses. So they beat Indy, they beat Miami, Chicago, Green Bay, and Jacksonville. The one great win is against Green Bay. I'll give them that. I'll give them credit for that. All right, back to the tape. Detroit game, we've seen it. They lost at Houston, or against Houston. Pretty good throw. Low and away, which you want in an out route. Good. Good throw. Drop back. Great throw. The accuracy was there. That's great. Nice falling back. Was able to put it right on target. In stride. Keenan Allen tops it off. Winds up. Bullet pass. The speed on that ball was there before the defense could get there. That's a good throw. Pretty good throw. Right on target where you want it. Out toward the sideline, away from the defender. That's also with Keenan Allen, so. Running, scrambles, finds the receiver, buys time once again. Who is it? It's Keenan Allen. He does this. Yeah. Wide open throw, was able to get it there quick before the defense could collapse. Against Miami, this was a win for them. I mean, receiver was able just to get behind the defense. I don't know what that defense was, but that was not good. They were all just standing in a line about 5 yards deep. Good arm angle throw there. Fitted in the tight window. Let's the running back take it in. Set up end around. Austin Eckler. Too quick. Tight window throw. Let's watch this one again. Yeah. That's a good throw. That's a good throw. Tight window. Spot on. Keenan Allen coming back for it a little bit. Right on the money. That's a good throw. I mean, the man's accuracy is kind of there. He's making these tight throws. He trusts his arm still. Receiver had to make a bit of a stretch for that, but got to give him credit because he caught it. Little dump off. Melvin Gordon is back. And they're down 24-0. Not good. This is just all receiver now. I should have been stopped pretty much at the line of scrimmage. Decent throw. Receiver just beat the defense pretty good. Had a little extra time. I mean, and they're also losing 24-3, so the game at this point is pretty much wrapped up. Oh, goodness. Is this where we see the arm strength? What is that? He put everything into this throw. Kind of falling back. What does he do? From the 15 to the 50. That arm strength may be falling off a little bit there, Phillip. Haven't seen it. That's the first time we saw something pretty deep. Yeah, right on target. Against Tennessee. Opening drive. Yeah. Floats it right out there. Pretty good. 3rd and 8. That's clutch. Looks like they may have cashed in 3 on that drive. Receiver didn't look comfortable catching that. I don't know about this arm strength. That was a good throw. That's a great throw. Sideline. Right in the pocket of the defenders. Wow. The accuracy on these sideline throws, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Yeah. Design play that opened up Melvin Gordon. That's just an easy dump. Once again, toward the sideline, right over the corner. Perfect. Here we go. The deep ball. Woo! Woo! That's 45 yards. Right on target. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. That's what you love to see. Austin Eckler balling out. Says, no, Melvin Gordon, you don't need to come back. It's all good. I got it. Down 3, 4th quarter, 1 minute to go. Austin Eckler finding room. Good throw by Phillip there. Drive. Gets down. Touchdown. They won that game, right? That was against Tennessee. The first time. Wow, they called them down there. That wasn't a touchdown. They lost 23-20. Wow. They have no timeouts there. They had no timeouts. The clock was running. Interesting. They could not punch it in. Not good, Phillip. Not good. He pulled the J.R. Smith. No situational awareness there. Not good. So is Phillip Rivers just J.R. Smith? Perfect throw. Find the zone where Keenan Allen was. I mean, Phillip Rivers just loves Austin Eckler. Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, the Colts, do they have those? A star wide receiver and a good catching running back? We will look at that after these highlights. Good throw there. Perfect throw. In stride with the receiver that was able to pick up a ton of yards after the catch. Another dump off by Phillip. We've seen it. He loves it. The infrastructure was there to allow him to do it with Austin Eckler and Melvin Gordon. Maybe that's why his completion percentage was so high. Doing little dumps. Here we go. Nice. 1-on-1. Gave his receiver a jump ball. That's what you love to see. You love to see that. Give your receivers a chance, and Phillip does. Boom. Strike right over the middle. That's great. Down in the red zone. What happened? Did that get tipped? No. Thought it got tipped. I thought he was throwing to the running back. But able to get it back of the end zone. Avoids. Gets it over the 3 defenders there. That's pretty good. Red zone. Clutch. Throw. Once again, just check it down to your running back. Let him do all the work. Melvin Gordon's like, this is why I want to get paid. I'm just running the ball basically from Phillip Rivers. Up or down 3 in the 4th. Clutch throw on 2nd and 15. In the red zone. Right on stride. Allows them to keep running. Austin Eckler, anytime he makes a completion, it's to a running back or a star wide receiver. Did they win that game? Did they beat Oakland? They didn't. Yikes. Clutch drive there, but just was not enough. Whoops. Here we go. Back to the highlights. Once again, dump it off to Austin Eckler. They ended up losing this game. This is against the Super Bowl champs. In Kansas City. That's a great ball. Maybe a tad underthrown. Defender didn't really get his head around. But the receiver has the height advantage, so let him go get it, right? Things got out of hand quick. 24, down 24-9. Gets a strike. It's a good throw. Right where you want it. They try to come back. Phillip Rivers. Deep ball. Oh, my goodness. He gives his receivers a chance. Woo! Let's look at this one more time. Right over the corner, under the safety, right on target to the receiver. Receiver makes an incredible catch. Holy cow. This is the best highlight we've seen today. About 50 yards, right on the money. Woo! Clutch 4th quarter. That's what Phillip Rivers can bring you, right? Clutch 4th quarter. Wide open, a little underthrown. Receiver had to stop and wait for it. Unfortunate, but he got it there, so you got to give him credit. Perfect. Waits for it to open up. Austin Eckler. Little wheel route. Perfect. Yep. Perfect. Right on the money. On stride. Keenan Allen. Bounces right off the defender. In the end zone. Gives his receivers a 50-50 ball. They end up coming down with it. Is it a good throw? A little too much inside. Receiver really did all the work here. But he gave him a chance, and that's really what you want to see. You want to see your quarterback trust his receivers, trust his arm, give his receivers a chance. And that's what Phillip Rivers is doing. Maybe that's why he's got 20 interceptions. Maybe trust his arm and receivers a little too much. Rolls out. That's a designed throw, trick play. It worked. Once again, Austin Eckler out of the backfield. He's too fast. Outruns that entire Jags defense. So, Colts, I hope you have a speedy back. Deep ball. Ooh. Once again, 50-50 ball. Receivers got the height over the defender. That's about 50-yarder. So maybe the arm strength is still there. Look at that. That's great. You love to see that. But once again, just down 31-10, late in the third. I mean, you got to make something happen. Just not competitive in these games, so just lets it fly, right? Against Minnesota, possible first drive here. A little overthrown, but the receiver was too big. Stretched just enough to get it, because that could have been a very bad pick. There was 3 defenders away. 3 defenders around just waiting for that pick because it was a tad high. Down the field once again. 50-50 ball, lets his receivers go up and get it. Great out route, perfect. Wide open, right on target. Boom. Back of the end zone, one-on-one. We've seen it. Alrighty. We're going to cut it there. I mean, takeaways. Big passes when the game is really out of reach and doesn't matter. The arm strength, we've seen him throw 50 with great accuracy. That's a plus. Dumps it off a lot to speedy running backs and lets them do what they do. But 15 yards, very good, very accurate. Sideline. Trusts his receivers a lot. So Colts are going to need a very good receiver and a very good speedy running back. Let's see if they got it. He was throwing to Austin Eckler, Melvin Gordon, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. When he was in LA, now this is what his new roster looks like. T.Y. Hilton, very good. Let's look at his stats. What has he been doing? With Andrew Luck, Jacoby Brissett. Putting up over 1,000 yards, pretty good. Recently, his last season, 500 yards. I mean, he only started 10 games, and then he also had Jacoby Brissett, so take that into a factor. But, I mean, he can get it done. They got his height here. He's only 5'10". That's not good. He's only 5'10". Who else they got? They got Zach Pascal. Ever heard of him? Ever heard of the man? Well, pretty new. Yards really aren't there. Last year he put up 600. They got his height here. He needs to be tall. Is he tall? He's 6'2". Phillip loves it. He loves it. That's what we need. All right. Now, who's their running back? Who they got? They got Marlon Mack. Marlon Mack truck. This is going to be fun, right? Put up 1,000 yards last season, 900 2 seasons ago, 8 tugs running, 9 tugs, Now, does he catch? Well, not a lot. Not really. Zero receiving touchdowns, just 82 yards, just only 14 catches. Phillip Rivers is like, we're going to get those numbers up. Don't worry about it. We are going to get those numbers up. 6 foot, 210, physical power running back. Now, who did they draft? Who'd they get? They get any help in the draft? Let's see. No first round pick. They get Michael Pittman Jr. and Jonathan Taylor. First of all, now I have to see, how tall is Michael Pittman Jr.? We got his highlight reel. He is 6'4". Oh my goodness. Phillip Rivers is like, yes, draft this man. Phillip Rivers had a hand in this draft. I can see it already. Now let's see Michael Pittman Jr. in action. Their first pick of the 2020 draft, second round wide receiver out of Southern California. So not a great school. Here we go. He is tall, damn. Just a screen there. Screen again. Can't really make a lot out of it. That's a little concerning. Back-to-back screen passes with nothing really going on. Looked a little off balance when he was running. Not good. Yup. Phillip loves this. Oh my goodness, Phillip loves that. Bad throw by the quarterback. Just a great turn and find the ball by the receiver. It goes over the defender's back. Phillip Rivers loves this. Little slant. Can't really outrun it on the slant. The speed's probably not there. The height's there. Haven't seen the speed yet. Yeah, 50-50 ball that probably should have been picked, but the receiver comes down with it. Phillip loves it. Boom. Yep. Good route there. Way to find the ball. Great catch. Great run after catch, and he brings it all the way. That's what we like to see here. Deep ball outruns the defense. Okay, now we're getting there. Good catch. Little wheel route. Gets it. Either these are just great tackles by a college defense, which I don't think, or he's just not that strong to break tackles. But he was able to get behind the defense there. Good catch. Another screen that doesn't really do anything. Another screen. Nice. Way to fight for the touchdown there. That was good. He outran the entire defense, underthrown ball, but he was able to find the ball, get the catch. That's good by the receiver. This quarterback is not that good. Not that good. Trying to run around the defense. Just his speed isn't really there after the catch. Great catch. Perfect throw, really. Over the middle. Tries to get to the outside. Keeps it in bounds. Ooh. That was nice. Stretch forward the pylon. Keeps in bounds. That was good. 6'2". You don't have to stretch it that far. Over the middle. Knows he's going to take a hit. Was able to secure the ball for the touchdown. That's good. Boom. Sideline catch. Perfect. This is definitely looking like a receiver that Phillip Rivers is going to like throwing to. He's got the height. Finds the ball in 50-50 situations. I mean, look at that defender. Oh, boy. Falls down. Then it's just catch at that point. But way to stay in bounds and get the catch. He's not going to do anything really big after the catch, but he'll get the catch. He will get the catch. Defense stays home, doesn't get beat on the run after the catch. Oh, look at that catch. With getting hit in the air, that's great strength. Great concentration. That's great. Once again. Oh, yes. The little screen. You got to give it to him after that. After this effort, you got to give him the touchdown. Gets down to the 1. I'm assuming next play. Nice. Way to reward the fella. You love to see it. Way to come back against the ball. Good catch in the end zone. Once again, this quick throw out. He's tall and he has sure hands. That's it. Nothing special speed-wise. Nothing really special strength-wise. But he's, what do we say, 6'2"? 6'4", I forgot. Jeez. 6'4". Kept calling him 6'2" all throughout the highlights. But he's 6'4". That's great. And that's really what he is. He's a tall receiver. Tall receiver for Phillip, which he's going to like. You've got T.Y. Hilton for everything else. You've got, then you've got Michael Pittman Jr., tall for everything else. Alrighty, so now that we've got Phillip's new weapons, they went 7-9. Frank Reich, I think, is a pretty great head coach. He took a kind of botched quarterback season, thinking he was going to have Andrew Luck. Gets Jacoby Brissett thrown at him. Was able to make 7-9 out of it. That's pretty very good. Pretty very good. So, what do they got for the 2020 season? Let's break it down. They open at Jacksonville. Yes, win. That's a win. Jacksonville's got Gardner Minshew. That's a win. They start 1-0. Then they go Minnesota. They got them at home. It's going to be a tough game, but I'm going to give Minnesota the win. So I got them 1-1. But look at this stretch, y'all. Look at this stretch. New York Jets, Chicago, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Detroit. They're going to run 1, 2, 3, 4. They're going to win 5 straight. They are going to win 5 straight games. I'm counting it. I'm counting all these as wins. I don't care. I do not care. These are all wins. Not good teams. These are going to be all wins. I got them at 6-1. Then they go to Baltimore. Yikes. Got to give them a loss there. Got to give Lamar Jackson his respect. So 6-2, leaving Baltimore. Tennessee, I'll have them split these division games. I'll have them losing this first one because they're in Tennessee. This is a Thursday night game. national televised game. So I have them at 6-3. Pretty tough schedule here: Baltimore, Tennessee, and then Green Bay. Early game at home against Green Bay, I can see them winning. I'll give them the win. I'll have them at 7-2. Tennessee. Well, hang on. I'll take this back. I'll have them at 6-3. I have them winning at Tennessee, or winning against their second matchup against Tennessee. So then 7-3. I'll have them split Houston, but I'll have them win the first game at Houston. 8-3. 9-3. That's a win against the Raiders. So 9-3. Losing, I have them losing their second split against Houston. 9-4. I'll have them beating Pittsburgh. 10-4. If Big Ben is still healthy. And then Jacksonville, I've had them winning again. They're going to win both against Jacksonville. I got them 11-4. That's not right. That doesn't equal 16. So I got win, loss, win, loss, win. So 11-5. 11-5 or 10-6. 10-6, I made a mistake at one of these games. Maybe they lose against Pittsburgh. But, that's playoffs. That's a wild card. In this division, you've got Tennessee, Houston, and Jacksonville. Maybe Houston takes the division at 12-4. They get in the wild card at 11-5, 10-6. But I think this is a playoff team if Phillip Rivers can, put up these numbers besides the interceptions. If he could put up these numbers, 67% completion, 23 tugs, just got to cut down on the interceptions. And here are these stats. I was reading game stats. Yikes. 66% completion. Keep that up. Keep the 4,600 yards up. Keep, maybe improve the 23 tugs. But, the main thing is take down these interceptions dramatically. Cut them in half, Phillip. You need to cut those in half. You cut those in half, you're going 11-5. You're going 10-6, and you're making the playoffs. It's the AFC. You can make the playoffs with 10-6. Make the wild card. Division's not that tough. Yeah, you've got Houston twice, but other than that, you've got to face Ryan Tannehill, who they just paid. They're going to rock with him, which I love Tannehill, but I don't think is the move. Derrick Henry's the move. I don't know if Ryan Tannehill is the move. And then you got Gardner Minshew and the dumpster fire that is Jacksonville. The dumpster fire that has became Jacksonville. Unfortunate to win both of those games. So really the toughest games, Baltimore, Houston twice, Green Bay, I'll throw them in as a tough game. 4 tough games. That's doable. That is doable for a team that is heading in the right direction, the Colts. You add Phillip Rivers, who is an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett. Whichever way you look at it, Phillip Rivers is an upgrade over Jacoby Brissett. The draft, it seemed like they went all offense, wide receiver, running back. They got Jacob Eason, who they're going to train under Phillip Rivers for a season or two. Offensive lineman, shoring that up. Cornerback, defensive tackle, get another wide receiver in the 6th round. These 6th round picks, these are pretty much guaranteed not to be good, but, hopefully you get lucky. The Colts are definitely trending in the right direction. I see him at 11-5. I see him at 10-6. Great coach, good weapons. T.Y. Hilton. It's T.Y. Hilton. He'll get it done. Marlon Mack's emerging. Pascal. He hasn't really shown us much, Michael Pittman Jr., tall, tall, tall. Yeah, so Colts fans, I would definitely be optimistic going into the season. I think you guys can make the playoffs. This is a very favorable schedule. Very favorable. 4 tough games, 2 of them being in your own division. One being the last year's MVP, the other being one of the GOATs. But very doable schedule, winnable talent, winnable head coach. You got Phillip Rivers, who has proven he can win playoff games in big moments. But maybe this changes. Maybe it was just you need a scene change, a culture change. Get out of the Chargers organization. We all know he didn't even want to be in L.A. in the first place. Indianapolis seems more his speed. That's why he was the Chargers, the OG Chargers. I can't even think of it. San Diego. San Diego was more his speed. Didn't like Los Angeles. Indianapolis will be more his speed. And the team is looking good. Colts make the playoffs. I'll mark it. I'll put my stamp on it. Colts make the playoffs as a wild card. I think Houston wins the division. Well, maybe not because they got rid of DeAndre Hopkins. So who knows? Who knows? You still got Deshaun Watson, but you lose one of your big receivers. So definitely doable. You guys can compete for the division. This will be a tight division at the top, not tight at the bottom. I think Tennessee falls off hard. Jacksonville, just no point of even playing in the season, really. But yeah, so that is today's Takes by Fans. If you like it, follow me on Twitter at Takes by Fans. I stream on Twitch Monday through Friday, noon till end, and at twitch.tv Takes by Fans. Be a part of the conversation. I want to know what you guys think. Colts fans, sound off. Do you like the take? Do you like Phillip Rivers? I want to know what you guys think. That is your team. It's not my team. That's just what I see. But thanks for coming out. As always, it's been great, and I will see you guys tomorrow.